The average person taps, swipes, and clicks their phone 2,617 times every single day. You probably think this is just a bad habit, but it is actually the result of a multi-billion-dollar psychological war waged against your brain. To understand how we got here, we have to travel back to 1948. A Harvard psychologist named B.F. Skinner placed hungry rats inside a specialized box. Inside the box was a lever. If the rats pressed the lever, they got a food pellet. But Skinner noticed something strange. When the rats got a pellet, every single time they pressed the lever, they only pressed it when they were hungry. But when Skinner randomized the reward, sometimes giving food, sometimes giving nothing, the rats went crazy. They pressed the lever obsessively, over and over again. Skinner called this a variable ratio schedule of reinforcement. Fast forward to 2009. A software developer named Loren Brichter was building an app called Tweety. He needed a way for users to update their feed. So, he designed a simple motion: pull down from the top of the screen and release. This became the famous pull to refresh mechanism. Today, it is used by almost every social media app on Earth. But pull to refresh is not just a useful feature. It is a digital slot machine. When you pull down, there is a tiny, deliberate delay. In those milliseconds, your brain experiences a rush of anticipation. Will you get a new notification, a new video, a new follower, or will you get nothing? That exact uncertainty releases a chemical flood in your brain. That chemical is dopamine. For decades, scientists thought dopamine was the molecule of pleasure. We now know that is wrong. Dopamine is the molecule of anticipation. It drives the pursuit of rewards. Every time you see that bright red notification badge, your brain gets a spike of dopamine. And tech companies know this. In fact, early Facebook designers deliberately chose the color red for notification icons. Originally, they were going to be blue to match the app's branding. But user tests showed blue was ignored. Red, however, is an evolutionary trigger. It signals urgency, danger, and opportunity. This constant stimulation is physically changing your brain structure through a process called neuroplasticity. Your brain is highly efficient. It strengthens pathways you use often and discards the ones you do not. A landmark study from the University of Heidelberg in 2020 analyzed the brains of individuals with smartphone addiction. Using MRI scans, they found a physical reduction of gray matter in key areas of the brain, specifically the anterior insula and the prefrontal cortex. This is the exact same pattern of brain degeneration found in substance abusers. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for your focus, impulse control, and emotional regulation. By weakening this area, these apps make it physically harder for you to resist using them. This was not an accident. It was the plan. In 2006, a developer named Asa Raskin invented Infinite Scroll. Before Infinite Scroll, you had to click to go to the next page of a website. That tiny pause gave your brain a stopping cue. It allowed you to ask, do I want to keep doing this? Infinite Scroll eliminated that friction. It feeds your brain a continuous stream of content, keeping you trapped in a state of passive consumption. Raskin later calculated that Infinite Scroll wastes the equivalent of 200,000 human lifetimes every single day. Why they do this? Because of the attention economy. In 2023, Meta generated over $134 billion in ad revenue. Alphabet, Google's parent company, generated over $300 billion. Their business model is simple. Your attention is the product and advertisers are the buyers. Every second you spend scrolling is worth a fraction of a cent. Multiply that by billions of users, and it becomes the most profitable industry on Earth. But your brain is not permanent. Just as it rewired itself to become addicted, it can rewire itself to be free. The next time you reach for your phone, ask yourself one question. Are you pressing the lever because you actually want to, or are you just a rat in a billion-dollar box?